So you guys, I get this all the time, and people are like, how are you so inspired to work out? How do you have motivation? How are you so positive about most things? And I say to them, this person that I am now is all because of coaching. Because if you would have known me a couple years ago, like 7-8 years ago, when I was in college, I was a collegiate swimmer. I was a collegiate athlete, and I was one of the most negative people on my team. Like I had something happen in my life, and I thought everything in the world sucked, and like trauma happened, and everything in the world sucked, and I could not, for the life of me, get out of it. And towards the end of our season, we would, before championships, my coach for the girls team, because the girls team always like hormonal, this, that, and the other thing, we suck, and we always have to do the longer taper, if anybody knows what taper is for swimming. And we had this doll called Positive Polly, and it had to be passed on to somebody every day at practice who was being positive. And I literally never got that doll because I went out and bought my own and called her Negative Nancy. And I was like, well, I don't give a crap about Positive Polly. I got Negative Nancy over here. And my coach literally told me that I would not be a captain because my attitude sucked, and I needed to change my thoughts. I needed to change the way I thought. So when Jessica offered the coaching opportunity to me, one of the biggest things for me was the professional development. At first, I was like, it's kind of wishy-washy. I don't think that I need to work on myself. I'm pretty good. And then I read You're a Badass by Jen Sincero, and that changed my entire outlook on personal development. And ever since then, I have been reading and listening to podcasts and listening to anything and everything that I think sounds like me that has a positive outlook on life. And I like hearing, not that I like when people have trauma, but I like hearing that other people go through the same types of things and they come out of it even better on top. And it's all because of a changed mindset. So when I read these things, it's not just for me to like post about it and this, that, and the other thing. I take them into heart. And sometimes it takes me really long to read new books because I want to like put that into my life. I want to put the new ideas and the new outlooks and aspects of that each book into my life and put it into practice and see what works for me and what doesn't. So when people are like, I can't be positive like you, I'm like, you sure can. My coach literally told me I was the most negative person on my team, and I better check my attitude or I won't be a captain. I still didn't turn out to be a captain, but the next year, my senior year of college, it was forced. She made me put a Thorpe's thought on the board, 3 positive thoughts about the day, every day for the remainder of the swim season. And then it turned into a thing, and everybody wanted it. So that was the first part of me changing my mindset. And that was just me Googling things to be like, okay, what's positive? Because I had no positive thought in my brain. So I had to Google inspirational things. And that kind of helped me. But then when I decided to do it for myself and start reading the things and listening to podcasts and listening to all the trainings and all the other people and surrounding myself with all of my teammates, that's when I changed. That's when I started seeing things more positively, words are hard, and I started being more of an optimist than a pessimist. So you can do it too.